guys, it's Eric, owner of Farpoint Farms here in the mountains of North Carolina. Tonight I want to take a look at this. This is the last of the Midland stuff I picked up. This is a nice set of FRS radios. FRS stands for Family Radio Service. These require no license to use, and they were very popular. They are very popular. I've owned several sets of FRS handheld radios over the years. Some that ran on AAA, some that ran on AA, some that came with rechargeable batteries. So there are definitely a lot of variations out there, and there are also GMRS handheld units available for more money, obviously. But the cool thing about these is they do talk with, yeah, it is showing up in the picture there. They do talk with the GMRS MTX 400 that I picked up because it's able to talk back and forth on FRS channels. So that's kind of nice. That would obviously extend the range. One thing I do want to say here, it says up to 38-mile range with these walkie-talkies. That would probably be if you were standing on the Martian surface. Obviously, or maybe in the Bonneville salt flats you might get range like that. But when it comes to obstructions, these become more, I won't say line of sight, but nearly line of sight. We don't want to give the impression that these things are actually going to go 38 miles in actual conditions. In a city with tall buildings and heavy concrete and metal in blocking the signal, you'd be lucky to get a half a mile out of these. Out here, realistically, I'm looking at a mile to a mile and a half, and that's on a good day, and that's high point to high point. So just something to be aware of here. But let me go ahead and take a look at this. Actually, let me go ahead and get my glasses on because I have suddenly had some vision loss that's happened in the last 2 or 3 months, and it's really made it impossible to read without glasses suddenly. So interesting stuff. Let's see if it has the model number on here. Yeah, T71VP3. 36 channels, 121 privacy codes. It does have weather channels built in. I like that. Rapid recharge. That sounds like something I'd definitely dig. 5 different call alerts. Those are like phone calls that ring out to the thing. And also cool here, channel scan. I like that because I don't think any other FRS or GMRS handheld I've ever owned had a scan function. So I really like that. I'm big on scan features with CB stuff. On the back here, you can see it looks like it comes with 2 batteries, a charger, charging stand, and the 2 radios. I like the fact that it's got a charging stand. I definitely like that. So sometimes you'll get sets and you have to have like weird USB Y splitters and stuff, and so I like that. It does say it has high and low power. That's cool. And auto squelch, Roger beeps, nice. Monitor mode, backlit lighting, silent operation, so you can turn off the beeps. Low level indicator, headphone jack. That's kind of a unique feature as well. Keypad lock, and for hands-free use you can have eVox use, which is interesting. And very nice, very nice. So it says it can run off of rechargeable battery packs, which are included, or 3 AA batteries. I like that as well. So if you were out in the field all day and the onboard batteries went dead, you could apparently swap those out for a regular set of AA's. Be back in business. I definitely like that. So let me go ahead and open this. Get a knife here. Tonight I have this old USA-made case knife. Man, this is a vintage knife. I actually found this while I was digging out for tomato plants in my last house. And it was obviously not quite as pretty as this, but it cleaned up well. It's got like a neat bone handle. It's a really cool pocket knife. I wish they made knives like this, but kind of don't anymore. Now knives are supposed to look scary, All right, up on the top here, looks like we got our power supply. I'm going to put that out there. And our charging cord. Looks like a USB-C connection on that. Our little manual here. I do want to say thanks to Midland. I don't know if you're aware of this in this video because I kind of covered it in the earlier videos, but Midland, I reached out to a bunch of radio companies when the lockdown started because I wasn't able to get out to flea markets and yard sales to find stuff to share with you guys, and so it kind of got to where I wasn't able to make any radio related videos at all. And my wife is the one who came up with the idea of reaching out to some of these radio companies and seeing if they'd like to work with me. of all the radio companies, so far anyway, Midland is the only one that got back to me, and we worked out a pretty nice deal. I did have to pay for this stuff, but I paid a greatly reduced rate, so I really appreciate that, Midland. That's nice. And of course, if this stuff is junk or if it's no good, I would definitely tell you that. But so far, I don't think I've ever gotten a product that I've reviewed on here, either paid or unpaid, that I've talked poorly about. Maybe once or twice I've had not so nice things to say about stuff that I've owned long term, but overall, pretty happy with that. All right, so there's my little stand. Got it plugged in there. The 2 battery packs looks like we got in here, and it also looks like belt clips, so I'll go ahead and undo those or open those. Hopefully you guys can see all this. There we go, there's our belt clip, and there's our batteries, and it does look like the batteries are basically AA batteries, rechargeable AA's that Midland has sealed up into little packs, and I like that. I mean, I like the fact that they're going with known tech. You know, if you think about stuff in a situation where you have to improvise, not having some weird custom battery pack that costs a fortune to replace is a real treat. So if this were to go bad, in all actuality, I could build a set of rechargeable battery packs and replace these myself just using regular off-the-shelf AA's. Wow, I can tell you right now, these are bigger than I thought they would be. They are meaty. That's nice. Definitely heavier as well than I thought they'd be. The last set of FRS radios I had were Cobras, and they were, I'm not bagging on the Cobras, but they were pretty small. They were kind of flimsy. In fact, one of them broke right after I made a video on them. Those were ones I picked up used, however, so it's kind of like, you know, it's hard to say if maybe they were no good from the start. Let me try to see here. We're going with it face down here. I'm going to go ahead and stick the batteries in this. And I'll attach my little belt clip. Nice. Very cool. It also looks like it has the ability to either charge or give power off of a USB here. There's a little thing there. And on this side, we do have a place for an external speaker and external mic. So that's really nice as well. Kind of not expected for an FRS unit. Great. The batteries actually hold the charge. So it has a little sticky on here, but we'll get rid of that here. In fact, I won't even put the batteries in that. I'll just focus on this for right now. But let's go ahead and we'll peel the sticker off. And I'm going to move the camera in a little closer so you guys can see more of the stuff that's going on here. Pretty nice. There you go. I'll get a close-up of it. Pretty nice little unit. Here's our push-to-talk button. And USB plug right there. On this side, a nice waterproof covering to hide the mic and the speaker connection. Here's our little clip. That looks good. And of course the battery compartment's hidden back there. Up on top we got our little stubby antenna and our on-off volume control. So that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and turn it on. Here we are. And I'll go through some of the features here. And of course I haven't played with this, so we'll kind of learn them together. It does have a H for the high power. It does have a battery. I like that. So high power and the battery full charge. And we have our, it looks like up-down buttons right here. Oh, it looks like we got our scan function. Okay, I'm definitely going to need to read the manual. That's okay. So I can see here that I have it up and down, but it also does other functions. Scan mode is right here. I'll go through that with you, and you can see it does go to scan. And then if I go to menu, we have a lot going on there, and there's Vox and power and Roger beep and all that. That's going to require me to do more than just turn it on and play with. But so I guess I'll just leave it at that for part one here. I'll get the other one set up and put on the charger. In part two, I'll go over all those cool features and functions that I have no idea how to operate. And once we do that, we'll be ready to play with this thing. We'll do a range test. And as far as the range test is concerned, what I'm going to do with these is do a range test that includes mobile to mobile, so you know, walkie-talkie to walkie-talkie, And then I have the MTX 115 that is sitting in the car. And so we'll do a range test with the 115 to a walkie-talkie. It does have a 6 dB gain antenna. But then up here on the roof, I have a 6 dB gain antenna and the MTX 400. And I would imagine the best range possible with that obviously being at a higher point and in a fixed location. So I look forward to playing with it. It's certainly, I've got to say, and again, you know, they're not paying me for this review. They were kind enough to send this stuff to me, but I got to say that I'm impressed with the overall build quality. This is a lot heavier duty than I would have imagined it would be. FRS radios are usually built to the lowest possible quality standards. You can tell Midland did not cheap out when they decided to build this. The stand is nice. I like that. I like just the overall look of it. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. And I can't wait to continue this series. If you like these videos, please think about liking and subscribing. And tell your friends, you know, that I make ham videos and CB videos. And obviously GMRS, FRS radio videos as well. And I do shortwave stuff. I talk about all kinds of cool stuff on this channel. Hopefully you'll find stuff you find enjoyable as well. Till then, take care.